Okay, today we are launching into a deep dive on a real powerhouse in the wellness world, elderberry.
It's everywhere now.
It is. It's this centuries-old remedy that suddenly had a massive comeback. We're talking about the sambucus tree, usually Sambucus nigra, the black elderberry.
That's right. And our mission today is really to cut through all the noise. We want to get to the facts, what it is, what the research says it does, especially for colds and flu, and crucially, the safety warnings.
And the history is fascinating. According to research, indigenous peoples used it for fever, rheumatism. Even ancient Egyptians apparently used it for skin and burns.
Right. But before we get into all the benefits, we have to start with the big health disclaimer. This is really important.
Okay, so let's hear it.
So the commercial supplements you buy are generally safe, but the raw plant itself, you have to be extremely cautious.
With the raw plant.
Yes. The raw berries, the bark, the leaves, they're actually poisonous. They have these toxins, lectins, and cyanogenic glycosides.
Wow. So what do those actually do if someone, didn't know how to prepare it?
Well, if you eat them uncooked, they can cause some really nasty symptoms. We're talking nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. The good news, and this is the key, is that cooking the berries and seeds completely removes those toxic substances.
Okay, so that's why the syrups and extracts are safe.
Exactly. The preparation makes all the difference.
That is a necessary warning. But it also explains why people have valued it for so long, given its powerful antiviral effects that research seems to be confirming.
Well, that antiviral potential is its biggest claim to fame. The idea is that it can help stop a virus from, really taking over your body.
And the studies on this are pretty compelling. I saw that for people with influenza, taking elderberry syrup cut their symptom time from about 7 or 8 days down to just 2 to 4.
A huge reduction. I mean, think about that.
That's significant.
It is. Another study on air travelers found the same thing. Taking it meant shorter illness and less severe symptoms. It all starts with how nutritionally dense it is.
Right. It's packed with vitamin C.
A lot of it. About 57% of your daily value in just a cup of the berries, and a ton of dietary fiber, too.
And that deep purple-black color has to mean it's full of antioxidants.
Oh, absolutely. It's loaded with things like phenolic acids, flavanols. You might have heard of quercetin.
Sure.
And anthocyanins, which create that dark color. One type of anthocyanin in elderberries has, get this, 3.5 times the antioxidant power of vitamin E.
Wow. Okay, so moving beyond just the berry, I've heard the flower, the elderflower, has its own set of uses.
Yes, and it's totally underappreciated. Research suggests the flowers can have up to 10 times more flavanols than the berries themselves.
10 times.
10 times. And herbalists use it differently. It can act as a natural antihistamine and also as something called a refrigerant, which means it helps you perspire if you have a fever.
So it helps break a fever.
That's the idea.
And there's some other interesting research, right? Connecting it to things like heart health, maybe reducing fat in the blood?
That's right. And it also showed some promise in potentially lowering uric acid and even blood sugar. It does that by inhibiting an enzyme called alpha-glucosidase.
So by blocking that enzyme, it's basically slowing down how quickly your body processes certain sugars.
Precisely. We've also seen some minor studies where it fights bacteria like H. pylori and seems to support the immune system in rats.
And herbalists often don't even use it on its own. They have this jazz band approach, mixing it with something like echinacea.
Exactly, because that way you're not just targeting one thing. You're creating a formula to address a whole range of symptoms at once. The stuffy nose, the headache, the muscle pain. It's a more holistic view.
So the big takeaway here for you is that there's pretty reasonable evidence that elderberry can help reduce how long and how bad the flu is. But for all the other claims, anti-cancer, anti-diabetes, we still need more large-scale human studies to be sure.
It's an incredibly promising traditional remedy, no question.
So here's something to think about. Considering its centuries of use and the modern research showing it could cut down how long we're sick, how might elderberry shape our future approach to wellness? If clinical trials keep confirming these benefits, could this ancient remedy earn a serious new role in our modern medical cabinet? Maybe look up the different ways people take it, syrups, lozenges, teas, and see what you think.